Hello, my chickadees. How are you doing today? I'm a little late, but I'm doing this show and I'm doing a twofer tonight. I'm doing a twofer. Let me go ahead and get this one started. Now, this started out of many of the consulting calls I had this past week. Also, many just conversation with local family members and having to really sit down with them and do the math. And I'm always the villain. I'm always the bad chick who does the math, and the math is never in your favor. So what I'm a dream killer, whatever, right? So if you could drop your city and state in the chat. This is your girl Ericka Williams from the Classic Lines blog, where we are basically documenting my journey and growing and developing and oh my God, managing assets, and it's a venture for sure. So drop that comment, drop that city and state. So here's the thing. Let's do the math. Several of my clients are in smaller markets, so let's get that first. They're in smaller markets where the average house is 80K to 150K. Now, a lot of you live in California, New York, Northern Virginia. You live in some nice, expensive places, right? But the average house in these areas, on the phone calls I did in my local family, are 80 to 150,000 dollars. But we'll say 80 to 100, right? They want that good starter home, 1980s brick, ranched out, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. May need a little update in the kitchen, may not, depending on the city, right? Columbia, edges of way outside of Atlanta. I'm talking about an hour 30, way in the rural areas. I'm talking about way going out, right? Like Atlanta's a weekend trip. It's not an everyday trip. So I want to preface it there. Now I look at real estate the same way I look at trucking. I got my real estate license. It's completely inactive in this area because I saw how they nickel and dime you to death the same way they do in trucking, right? And the people around real estate make money, not necessarily the agent. Okay, so hear me out. Don't I know there's gonna be some hate mail energy, but I'm just going to explain it to you. So this family member who wants to do this, 80K house times a 6%, commission, right? Now I know they got to split it with each other, but 6%, seller and buyer, right? That's $6,000. If they split that across, that's 3 grand. Now that's before they pay their broker. That's before they pay taxes. That's before they pay a lot of things. So if they sell a 100K house, even if they sell one a month, at the end of the year, that's 36,000 for the year. That's it. That's it. That's a house a month. Let's just even go deeper. Let's say they sell an 80K house, and that's hot in their market. It's getting people in 80K houses because their agent is poor and they need the money. Come on, tell them. Come on, let's have an honest night. So 80K house, 6% is 4,800. Divided by 2 is 2,400. I had to tell this family member, you are going to have to sell 100 houses a year to get 200,000. The problem is a lot of people have a love, affinity, and appreciation for real estate, but really no one's done the numbers with them. And I willingly will go through my phone right now because I went to a Tom Ferry event here in Austin. Now, before the pandemic, it was a kind of equal playing field. There was money spread around all over the place. But after the pandemic, 50% of all home sales went to the top 40% agents. That's it. Then you got to think about people that are here in Austin are getting hit with the referral fee from an agent who sold their person's house in California and then say, hey, I'm referring this client to you and you're going to give me 20% of what you got to make. So let's say they come to Austin and it's a $500,000 house. 6% of that is 30K. Let's cut that in half. That's 15 grand. But wait, give them their 20% back in California. So even if you're in a more expensive city, this money you think you're about to make in Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Austin, San Antonio, and San Antonio is a cheap ass market. You're talking about getting 5 bedroom houses for 300,000 in San Antonio. You're talking about getting brand new houses for 185, 162 in San Antonio. Now for you and me, we're like, great, I can get a brand new big old house, brand new built for 165. That's a deal. But then you forget on that back end, that agent, okay? And so a lot of times the hype is, I want to be a real estate agent, Ericka, And I'm here to crush your dreams because it's very hard to be a great performer. It's hard to, because what people don't tell you about real estate agents is it's a sales job. It's not for you to dress up and look pretty like the girls in Atlanta who are realtors. I get it. They hot. I get it. But 90% of the time, those women are married. If you look at most female agents, they're married and they make 36,000 a year, and they okay with that because they have what? A husband. And I don't want to be the bubble burster, but I've got to be because there is this massive lying going on out here. And people think, well, I want to be a real estate agent, Ericka. No, no, no. You don't want to be a real estate agent. You want to do some of the 10 other careers around real estate that really bring in the money. That's why you see so many women going towards wholesaling. That's why you see so many women going into real estate development. I'm one of those, right? Let's just go there. The events I'm going to, or that I just went to in Las Vegas, some other places, is partnering and working with others. So what we can take a piece of land here in North Texas or in Central Texas and develop it. So now I've got to work with the builder. Okay, he gets the money off this. Then I got to work with the guy who sold, the guy who sold me the piece of land. Cool, his deal's done. Sold me the lot. Now I got to work with the builder. The builder's got to work with all kind of contractors. So even if I GC my own property, right? Now I got to run around like a mad woman, chasing and following all these other guys who do electrical, who do plumbing, who do all this stuff, who are going to get paid they're going to get paid. When they come do the plumbing that day, they get the money that day. They come do electrical, they get the pay. They come do the roof, cut the check. There's so many other things around real estate that really make money that when you have a conversation with somebody and they're like, I want to be a real estate agent and I want to be a property manager. These are the two lowliest positions ever. And I'm going to tell you like this. In North Carolina, a bunch of the old money families I know, they create real estate property management offices. So they'll have 100 rentals. Grandpa Big Joe got 100 rentals. Well, he made a real estate office. He don't care about selling no homes because he ain't trying to sell nothing. He makes it a property management company. Guess what they do? They go find Aunt Betty or cousin Jessie, who just graduated from East Carolina, and she needs a job. Now, she works at the office. She may be unprofessional. I've experienced that in Federal, but she's working in the office for the family. So the 10% fees that he write off for taxes are cutting into that family office. And then that family office cuts a check to who? Cousin Stephanie, okay? Right? So property management is even more lowly paid. 10% off $1,000 rent, $100. $100. Now you got to deal with talking with people all the time. And people say, well, Ericka, I'll just get 100 properties. Okay, you got 100 properties. Now you're going to need staff. You're not going to property manage by yourself 100 properties. By yourself, it just don't work that way. I've been in this industry too long. Okay? So first is, let me pull up, because I know y'all about to be like, Ericka. I'm not going to say that being a real estate agent is a dead-end job, but I don't trust any real estate agent that doesn't have rentals. If they've been in the business 10 years and they don't have no rentals, I don't trust them. They ain't making no money. They're not, right? So let's go ahead and go Austin, Texas, realtor fees. And I may be saying it wrong, and I don't even care, y'all. I really don't, because I had to get this out. This is really one of those things I feel like no one ever truly, you know what I'm saying, gets out there to people. Hold on a second. I feel like it's real easy to be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to be an agent. And look, I'm gonna dress nice and I'm gonna do all this stuff. And like, nah. Here you go. Here we go. This is a good one. I think this ain't the one I wanted, but this will do for now. Okay. And I'm gonna talk about now. I'm not just gonna complain about the problem. I am gonna talk about other options and stuff that I think. If you do love real estate and you think, oh man, I really want to be in and around real estate, I'm gonna show you 10 other careers you can do instead of that, right? Because everybody's like, well, I want to invest in real estate, so I need to go be a real estate agent. No, that's not true. I wish y'all stopped promoting that. It's the worst. But I think also I had to control myself a little bit to this family member because I had the thought in my mind is they want to feel like they're white collar. You know, like they're look at me, I'm a real estate agent, and I'm like, boo, but you got, blue collar friends. Who's gonna buy these houses higher than 120? Because whether they tell you or not, as an agent, you start with that first circle of your family and friends. And here's a real kicker, and I'm gonna go here. If you're a minority, don't get mad with me, but I'm gonna go there. If you're dealing with minority clients who are delayed in getting married, a lot of single men, single women, they don't really have that same incentive to quickly go buy a house. Don't kill the messenger. Okay, but I'll do my second live later tonight. I'll go on some of that too. But you have to understand, think about the numbers. So I had friends become real estate agents a couple of years ago, and they sold a house to everybody in our circle. And then they were like, oh my God, I'm out of people to sell to. So then they joined different branches, different brokers, and they making them work them phones. How many conversions did they have? Not many. So then they realized, well, the money is in working in real estate, working around real estate, fixing real estate, fixing fences, painting, okay? Middleman to Millions class, there's a reason I put that class together, because as I learned too, like, I'm not about to run around and chase nobody for no house or no apartment. I don't have the time and I don't have the desire. I am an inbound marketing person. So let me just go and keep going with it. 89% of sellers of U.S. real estate help people buy their homes, yada, yada, yada. So again, a $300,000 home, 6% is 18 grand. But again, here you go. They already know most people ain't getting that, because there's now sites that'll get 1%, right? The average listing fee is $7,500 when you sell your home, okay? So we can go and break down this whole thing, but I'm gonna pull up these numbers that I got from Tom Ferry, because I just find it just so vital, and people really are uneducated in that. So here we go. I'm gonna go with the first one. That's right, please. Hold on. I don't want to be in the wrong pictures. It's hard to share stuff on my screen because I just got so many things on this phone that must be taken out. Right. So at some point, now when I was at the Tom Ferry event, a lot of people were using Google local advertising so they could be seen, because 81% of people, the first person they talk to is their agent. Like, they don't even go shop agents, right? They don't shop agents, so they're upset, or they don't get what they wanted, or some crazy reason. Hold on, y'all. This phone's got like 4,000 images. I apologize. I thought I'd be more ready than this. And then this is why, too, when I actually deal with people with money, and I know people are like, well, you don't know nobody with money. You don't know how value people. Like, no, I do. It's always they own real estate. When I talk about in this class, all roads lead to real estate, there's a reason I keep saying that, because they do. Because they absolutely do. Here we are. I'm finally here. Good gracious. All right. So somebody said, this is Tom Ferry's favorite question. Right now is the greatest time on the planet alive to be selling homes. Most people are going to say, yeah, girl, this is the greatest time ever. Yes, girl. I'm so glad I'm selling homes, right? And I have an agent myself, right, that I'm working with, right? So, but here's the problem. I'm going to tell you. The bottom is make money, build foundations, expand market, gain consistency, then grow a team, maximize production, multiply profits, and exit the business. Now, most of y'all will never get past number one. Now, here, let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you this. Here you go. Are y'all ready? Our industry by the numbers, and I only want to hear numbers, y'all. I don't want to hear nothing else. Numbers. 18% of all agents earned less than $10,000 last year. Now you're gonna say, well, it's the pandemic. No. Wait, we getting before the pandemic. Don't worry, I'm gonna really show you. 54% of agents earn less than $49,000 a year. So if you in the comments, 49,000 a year. If I told you, girl, all that running around, phone calls, learning all this stuff, paying all these dues to feed every month, you gonna get probably 49,000 a year. You'd be like, what? 21% of agents earn more than 100,000 a year. 7% of agents earn, again, more than 200,000. 5% of agents earn more than 250,000. 2% of agents earn $500,000. And 1% of agents in the whole United States earn $1 million a year. Now let's go ahead and do that math again. One of my friends was selling homes, and he said, man, y'all had $1 million month. And one of my tech friends, because sometimes tech people be a little type A, they forget. They don't control themselves when they talk. He goes, so what? That's like 3 homes. And immediately I go, congratulations, 1 million home, sales. And the tech people at the table were like, that's 3 houses. Like, they didn't get all the work that he did behind the scenes to make that happen, which is hard. But that's just it, right? Let's break that down. If he had a $300,000 house, again, and he's in Austin now, so 300,000, and y'all put it in the chat for me. 300,000 times 6% is what? Right? Let's really go there. I'm gonna go ahead and do it for y'all. 300,000 times 6%, okay, was 18,000. 18,000 times 3 was what? 54,000. Now you're gonna say, well, Ericka, that's some darn good money. But let's break that math down, baby. Let's go ahead and cut that in half. Let's go ahead and talk about taxes. Let's talk about listing fees. Let's talk about your broker taking a cut. Let's talk about everything. You're not really getting that. And then it might take 30 to 90 days to get your check. You know, let's really go there. So you may see people in California like, oh, I'm a real estate agent in California. We got one of the guys in class, Uriah L., $1 million. I don't know how much he makes, but I'm saying he's a good real estate agent in California. Well, you got $1 million houses in California. 6% is $60K. You sell, 6 houses in a year. You know what I mean? $360K a year. Is that a good year in California? What if you only sell 3 houses in California that year? Or 2 houses the whole year? Where you finding clients that can afford $1 million house? You did, right? So even Shaniqua, I brought her on the channel before, and I'll put her video up again. She has 28 billboards in Oakland. Different level. Black 8 real estate agent, okay? And so let's just go there, right? We just heard those numbers of how much people are making, right, as real estate agents. Now let's go on to the next. Today, right? Because today we done had the pandemic, right? When I was in this thing, it was earlier this year. So we done had the pandemic. The numbers I told you before, those are nice, right? Now, let me tell you what the real numbers are. Since the pandemic, the bottom 50% get 9% of all commissions. Let me say that again. The bottom 50% get 9% of all commissions. The top 50% get 91% of commissions. Okay, did everybody get that? Did I lose anybody? Whoa, somebody gave $50. Thank you, Judy. Travel to be inspired. Been so busy. Haven't been a part of your live show in over a year. Sending quick support from Alaska. We'll catch the replay later. Thank you, Judy. Travel and be inspired. For the 50K super chat. Okay, let me keep going. The old model, you had a sliver of wholesalers, you had a sliver of for sale by owner, and then you had real estate agents. Well, now you got referral fees, big old chunk of the pie. iBuyer, which is like Zillow and Redfin and all this other stuff, chumping into there, and you still got wholesalers bigger than ever, and for sale by owner bigger than ever. So this is kind of what's happening, right? So again, essentially he was telling people about getting testimonials from clients. And again, 81% of consumers prefer to watch a video to learn before they decide. That's why all these houses got all these videos on them and whatnot. But I just wanted to do those numbers because I think so many times we get real wrapped around, well, I want to be a real estate agent. And the math isn't there. If you ain't selling 100 homes in those small towns, okay, which ain't even 100 to sell, that's why you need a real estate agent, where they're a real estate agent, they're a property manager, they also invest. I mean, I'll tell you like this, the last time we had the recession come in, 2008, the realtors whose husband was an appraiser, husband did some preservation work, husband flipped a house, but very slowly. I saw that in my own hometown where there are people who, they used to flip houses all the time, but then they flipped like 1 a quarter, 2 a quarter. They didn't rush the project. They spread it out over long periods of time. Those people stayed in the market. They didn't stop buying and selling. They didn't stop buying and flipping. They were in the market. Okay? Agent J Pool, there you go. You're going to have to close 3 to 4 deals a month. That's hard. And that's in a market where really you selling to investors. Okay? So they want the deal. Okay? What's up, Los Angeles, California? Pasadena, California, Rancho Cucamonga. Okay? That's the thing. It's like, I'm gonna tell you the real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? Because it looks glamorous. But really, if you really pay attention, the people who really do well in real estate are like literally have a system. They always running around. They always paying for advertising. It's just not what you think. So there's other, even if we go here on Austin on YouTube, you'll find real estate agents showing you these $1 million homes on YouTube, and they making a check from YouTube, but they ain't sold a $1 million home. They ain't sold a $3 or $4 million home. They sell some of them cheaper homes. Somebody from California watching the videos and they calling them, but they ain't got no $3 million. They want to, hey, I saw your video on that $3 million home. Can I buy this $300,000 home? Hey, take what you can get, but you done spent all this time and energy, video recording these brand new homes for millions, and you're not getting that type of client because those clients work through referrals 9 times out of 10. Thank you so much. Boom, listen, you already hitting some of my list. Okay, hold on a second. That's part of it, right? Everything that, just like trucking, everything that works around home selling other than the agent, to me, in my opinion, makes better money long term. Home appraisal, get in and out of there, get your $400 and keep it moving. You could do 10, 12 appraisals a day, depending on how fast or slow you go, right? Right now, home inspectors, right? In the city of Georgetown, where we're trying to get one of our offices, we keep them put behind schedule because they have 400 inspections a day. We say that again, 400 inspections a day, and that's the city. You're not even talking about on the other side of that, not the city, the actual private guys and girls who have to go around home inspecting and getting those forms out, and then the city comes and say, well, no, I think it's this, and then that, so then the appraiser, I mean, it's like literally several people got paid before the agent even closed and sold the house. And then on top of that, the new construction that's everywhere in Austin, you get to the front office, they got agents in there who hung their license up and get paid $60K a year and get commission every time they sell you a house. Right? Then you had Zillow paying agents $6K a month, $3 to $6K a month, depending on what market they were in, to just show houses and not even make money off the big deal. And you're going to say, well, why would they do that? Because a lot of agents aren't salespeople. So they'd rather take that $6K check from Zillow every month for a year to get 72,000 a year than try to really hustle it up and go get a bigger number. They ain't got time. They want a guaranteed check. And that's the point of why I'm trying to do this video, because I really want to break the curse of people thinking, well, I want to invest in real estate, so I should become a real estate agent. No, it's really not necessary. There you go. My mother sold houses but quit because she's barely breaking even. She got back in a couple years ago, but only because she retired. My dad pays the bills, and she's just chilling. I mean, we really got to talk about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for what? You don't need a real estate license. You do not need to spend $2,000 studying and taking tests and getting to learn about the real estate industry. You literally could go work under any of these wholesalers and learn 10x about the real estate industry in faster time. You could work for a home appraiser. You could work for a mortgage broker and learn more about the industry. That ain't it. I'm currently taking builder's 60-hour pre-license exam. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, I don't even have to take a builder's exam. I don't even have to take this. There's levels to partnering and networking. Again, I want to tell y'all so much in so little time. A middleman to millions, man. I keep telling y'all, there's a reason I put that class together. First thing every officer has said is use your sphere of influence, but they're blue collar to no collar. They aren't buying any houses from you. They're trying to keep the lights on. Facts on facts on facts. Agent J. Poole, again, thanks for your service to the city of Detroit. Thank you for being an agent, right? Somebody's got to do it, but I really want to take that glamour off. There's more real estate agents right now than there are homes for sale in America. Let me make that very clear. There you go. We do appliances, maintenance, hallway, etc. for 160 units, property manager. You are right. The money is in the services around it. This is why I'm going to have coming on soon. We got to get the date scheduled with her. Rochelle Ward coming in, talking about appliance repair and how she has this business. It's important. Y'all have to know the numbers. Y'all have to see real opportunities. And so I don't know if she's on here, but she usually comes on the comments. But we'll see her for several shows. She about to have a residency at Las Vegas here at the Classy Club because I really want people to put this real stuff in your head, real numbers. I want you to let go of this hype stuff. Zillow listed a ton of properties in Baltimore on. Yep, there you go. Tech crushed his dreams. I mean, a lot of stuff happened. Billboard 5K a month. You know what I'm saying? All that. I have a client in California right now. He has $1.8 million home, getting ready to list it. Super excited. Congratulations, Miguel. Get that money. Pop them bottles. Right? That is, listen, John, I almost activated my license because I've given several deals from people watching this channel to Tim Jackson in Dallas and other people. But I said, nah, I ain't got time. The realtor board is off the chain, and it's to get people out. It's to weed them out hard. Keith Dandridge, you gotta really, it's just not even worth it. The numbers wise, you'd make more money being a home inspector, and then you would connect more to contractors, and then you'd see more on the ground deals as a home inspector. Just the truth. Georgetown, Texas. It was hard, single. Yep, it's very hard. There's a dude in here, and he's going all the way to the other end for quiet. I guess I'm loud, and I don't even care. Doesn't even care. You have to go from agent to investor. That's where you make the most money. Exactly, Bill. And here's the truth. I don't trust real estate agents who don't have any rentals. I just don't. It tells me that something's not working, something's not right. You've been around too many houses to not get something. True, possible. Prop string, yes. Most realtors are not salespeople. If I didn't have a barber business doing BPOS for and a house rented and paid, I'd be struggling. Thank God I'm a hustler. See, URL, there you go. You already know it's not like, oh, I'm an agent and I'm just out here driving around. Like, no. Congratulations, man. So again, I'm gonna show. Just gotta pull it up because the list I had. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if it'll let me. Oh no, he going home. I guess I'm be lone wolfing in here tonight. Don't leave me, baby. Okay, here's this one. I'm gonna just put it on the screen because I know it's cutting off some. Real estate investor, residential appraisal, property management, commercial appraiser, leasing consultant, foreclosure specialist, real estate attorney, real estate developer, real estate wholesaler, real estate inspector, loan officer. These are the ones that it looks jumbled on the screen, I apologize. But these are the things that are true money makers adjacent to real estate. Real estate investors, right? Yeah, the rest. Realtor association fees, marketing fees, then post your company, split your commissions with your company. You can learn by networking at trade meetings, ads. Everybody's like, oh, I want to get my real estate license. You don't need it. Again, Tim Jackson, one of the biggest things he's trying to do in Dallas with a lot of African-American young men is convince them to be home appraisers and home inspectors. There's several folks who are actually teaching home inspector classes. Shout out to them, won't say their name, ain't got to. But the point of me talking about this is the fact it really comes from the people in this part. Okay, how much are home inspectors making on average? Excuse me, I apologize. Their average salary in Texas is $51,000. Now, what did we just hear about those real estate agents? 54% are going to make $49,000, right? That was before the pandemic. Now, since the pandemic, 50% of the people on the bottom make only 9% of the commission. So really, you're talking about everybody on the bottom really making real low money now. But on average, it's $58,000 is the U.S. average income. You make $450 per home inspection. You do more or less, depending on what city state you in. Shoot, what's the plumber's average income? Okay, and people are like, oh, you're gonna want to do blue collar stuff, but I'm telling you, the blue collar men is coming back. Shit, blue collar women's coming back. All right, a plumber apprentice is $12 to $20 an hour, but they'll make $44 to $75K a year and more once they really get up there. You know, it takes a minute for the plumbers. Okay, what's the other one? Mortgage loan officer, same thing here, right? Their average salary is anywhere from $29,000 to $120,000 a year. Every time they get you a loan for your house, and they like working with investors, right? You show a loan for the house, they're gonna get a sliver of that, you know, $3 to $6 grand, or percentage points of what they got you your loan, right? Because for a while, the average salary of a loan officer in the United States was $180K a year. Let me say that again. And about 4 days ago, Indeed had the average salary of a loan officer at $180,000 a year. So would you rather be the real estate agent showing you 100 houses? Right now, the national salary is $43,000, but they kept showing over the past year it's been real high. But I think that's because of the pandemic buying, people moving. But at the end of the day, would I rather make 180K showing you houses or doing your paperwork? And what your paperwork is? Give me your taxes. Give me your pay stubs, and I'm going to put it together in a package, and I'm going to give it to somebody to approve. Now, I'm overly simplifying that, but I just want that to be clear. Right? Right? And it's not that just blue-collar jobs are in demand. There's nobody left to do them. The average age of those guys are way, way older. So let's even go real estate attorney. How much are real estate attorneys making? You're going to say, well, Ericka, I don't got no attorney. I know, I'm just going over the different options because I really want people to get this thought in their head. Top earners for real estate attorneys in Texas is $150,000. That's the top earners. The average real estate attorney in Texas makes $80,000 a year. That means $6,000 a month. The bottom 25% makes $62,000 a year. You know, and my biggest argument with you guys is, a lot of people fall for this hype and they don't know real numbers. So they make a judgment call because they see somebody's lifestyle. They see that a lot of these agents have all this freedom of movement and they want it too. And that stuff like that just drives me crazy because I'm like, you can have freedom of movement without that. Listen, I want to tell y'all, listen, if YouTube is giving y'all an option to vote this video up or down, I'd love for you to vote up. But I know there's a lot of people voting it down sometimes. So I'm just gonna let you know that YouTube has been doing that a lot lately. Okay, so another one. Let's see another one. A real estate developer. Let's just see the numbers there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and I know you hate anecdotal stuff, but a young man that I'm partnering with, you'll see more in some videos when Kahari comes out and films us and stuff as I go around Texas, or AM1, whoever comes out. He started like no skills, no nothing, working for a company doing a lot of calls, working his way up. Now he's got commission checks coming in crazy. Now he's broke off to make his own company. And that's happened in less than 3 years. So at a company, the phone guy, phone, building relationships. Now he went off and branched his own company. Guess what? All those people want to work with who? The guy they've been hearing, hustle, talk, work with them, do calls. Well, guess what he's also done in the meantime? Partner, buy stuff. The thing about real estate, especially here in Texas, is you can go up or down really quickly, depending on some good choices. But real estate developers, on average, $35,000 to $110,000 a year. Property developer in Wimberley, $41,000 to $71,000. Now, I'll save it for the next video about income and class and all that stuff. But I really have to do these videos because I feel like it's so important for me to really break these numbers down for you guys. And you don't have to take my word on this. You can go on Zipla.com, you can go on ZipRecruiter.com, you can go on Glassdoor.com, you can go on Indeed.com. Okay? Again, I'll save it for the Total Talks video. It's very common for me to meet a man who's doing a high level of work, right? Getting paid 70 to 80K in Texas. It's not hard. If you really want to make money in Texas, it's just literally a proximity issue, right? So I'm gonna just go there. There's 212 people here. Make sure you hit the like button. You know, Skynet is a hater, so help me help you. Okay, a wholesaler, right? We know that can go up or down. A lot of times that is a high. They can make 100K, but it's a very high stress, high call job. You're gonna work for that 100K if you're a wholesaler. You're gonna work for it. Okay, just plain and simple. And a lot of times, like you saw when I did the video with Felix, is okay. Well, I hate this. I hate it. What's something else I can do that takes less of my time? And that's I got a medical resale, right? Even a leasing consultant, I'll go there. How much is a leasing consultant? I used to do that job and I hated it, right? Because you only got so many referrals. But the average leasing consultant makes $27,000 to $39,000 a year. And 9 times out of 10, the apartment complex wants you to give up your real estate license. You know why? Because where is the #1 place you can get leads from? Right there at the office. Because every year people complain about the apartment. Oh, the noise, the kids. I gave 70 referrals to a girl. And every time when I looked in that drawer that one day and I had about 50 of these $50 gift cards in my brain, I said, you just gave this woman $70,000 to $80,000 a year income off these referrals. And you got a bunch of $50 gift cards in your desk. Nah, I gotta go. Right? So again, it's good for somebody who's a mom or somebody who, don't care, but there's high turnover in those offices. It's just not worth it, right? Another one, property management. I'm gonna give you the average salaries of property management. Now you're gonna say, well, Ericka, I thought you was gonna give us jobs that made more. I'm telling you that when I just told you 54% of agents make $49,000 a year, and then that was before the pandemic, and so now it's even lower. These jobs do pay more for your time. Okay, so property manager in Austin, Texas, they're making anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000, $37,000, $84,000. I was an assistant billing manager. It's a great way for them to cut your pay in half. I barely made 52, barely. And there's high turnover. Again, high turnover. Okay. Let me see the other ones I was going to tell you about. Commercial appraiser. Let's just go ahead and do that. Commercial appraiser. Average salary of a commercial appraiser is $103,000 in Texas. The range is $88,000 to $118,000. If you really want to make some money, commercial appraiser. But a lot of what y'all don't understand when I talk about these appraisers, these jobs, yes, they're short on people, but guess what? I'm always going to hook my friends up before y'all, right? I already know some appraisers in Houston, so who am I going to call first? I'm going to call somebody I don't know, or I'm going to call people I know, right? The national average for a commercial appraiser is $60K, but then you got to take them back places like Pennsylvania, New York. You got to take them places in the Rust Belt, that brought that number down. Places Oklahoma City, where 80K is high income. Okay, so I just want y'all to really we want to have real conversation here. Let me see what else. I think that's it. Those are the real big numbers I wanted to give y'all. But again, he's been at a brokerage for 2 years. Only recognized 10 people, high turnover. Yep. How can you gain more diverse clientele if you're stuck inside being a property manager? Man, that's the thing. It's like I only worked in, and I'm here in Austin, so clarify. I've only personally worked in higher income apartment complexes. So 1 or 2 times I worked at a Section 8 place or a lower income place. I hated it because they just complained about every damn thing. And then it's like, Google, you pay $100 and this is a brand new apartment. There's nothing wrong with it. So I hated that, right? But when I worked at higher end places, the average person was in there just temporarily. Like they just located to Austin. They didn't know, they're a nurse or their husband just moved here for work and they're in this apartment because they have to be, but they're looking. So it was always a prime opportunity to be like, oh, here's this person, refer them, right? It depends on where you're being a property manager. And let's say you're a property manager and you manage people's properties and you're in an independent office. It's called marketing. It's called Google Local Services ads. It's called Facebook ads. It's called YouTube ads. It's called internet ads. You're going to have to advertise. There's just no way around it. It's called networking at REIA events. You know, it's not even just people want to get dirty anymore. There's nobody to really even teach them. Like everybody I met that's in their 50s and 60s, they always complain they don't got time to teach nobody. That's their favorite phrase. I ain't got time to teach nobody. And you'd be like, but you could just let this young man follow you around, right? And they always get mad. So it's one of those things. Your sister gonna fake banks. I tell you that. This is very true. They don't. Law school in California is $300K for sure. I'll put you like to Elizabeth Claire. I'm just giving off a list of different things, but you'll see if you notice a lot of lawyers, people trying to go to law school, go to real estate law. It's easier. I know people hate it. I know people hate what I'm saying, but I have to be honest and I have to be truthful. I don't want you to come to Texas, move to Texas, and this is something I'm seeing. You think I'm gonna be a real estate agent here? You know nobody. You don't know anybody. You start from scratch. I came to Texas. I literally for 5 days a week went to networking events, meetup events, went out on dates, went to events, went to churches, went to stuff like nonstop, and built up my group of people that I knew on a consistent basis. So unless you're willing to come to Texas, not only all day, night long, make phone calls and go do open houses and do all that stuff, and then go to meetups and meet people that can potentially be that person, don't do it. I'm going to tell you now, be a home inspector, be an appraiser. Build it up. I know people watching $1 million listings. And again, let's go there. And I'm going to go there in my second show. But right now, I just want to tell you how many people in America make that much money. If 76% of working Americans make $35,500 a year or less, 41% of black men make less than, I can't remember if it was $32,000 or $34,000 a year. Who is paying? Who is buying $1 million houses? Who? Let me be very frank. I'm gonna give you a good disclosure real quick. I'm a person who's made $450,000 multiple years in a row, and even then, the mortgage company was like, but you're not married, and your business is seasonal, and all these other questions. And I'm like in the top 1% of 1%. They thought I was a tech person when they rolled up in that mug. So I said, you know what I'm gonna use this black broker over here. I'm gonna use this black mortgage broker named Kareem. I ain't got time for y'all playing with me, and he gonna give me something tomorrow. He got me something the next day. You did? So you have to understand, like, the percentage of people who want to even buy a house that makes the income I make is so small. It's 2.9% of black people make over $100K a year. So how do they afford $1 million houses? Just go there. Just go in there, right? Let's just go there, right? So it's much better to be in the ecosystem that is, hey, I got $450 out of this home inspection, I'm going about that. Or I'm going to do 10 inspections a day, so I made $4,500 in a day. Or I did a really busy Saturday, Sunday. Like the couples I saw that made it and lasted in real estate, they were doing accessory things surrounding real estate. Let me put it that way. There you go. CC Mayor. Wow, this is perfect. I'm a field inspector and was thinking add notary and home inspector. Listen, I'm telling you, like, the people in Dallas, you meet a man, he's an inspector, he got money. I don't care what he's driving. I don't care if he's in a raggedy pickup truck, but at his house is 2 other trucks and a house and some money. I'm just telling you. Well, congratulations, Elizabeth Claire. But this is what I want to say, and this is no disrespect. I want you to think about it. If you were able to get your real estate license with a stimulus check, who's buying houses and at what price point? So let's say all your friends and family buy 80K houses from you. That's 6%, right? That's 4,800. Even if you just had 10 friends that buy, that means you're gonna get 48,000 for the year. And that's before taxes, that's before realtor fees, that's before dues, that's for all that. And that would be a high performance year for your first year to do 10 houses. So again, it's a combination. It's not just, hey, I got my real estate license. Who do you know? Who can you sell to? Who is your sphere of influence? If not, you're going to be hitting the phones all night. That's what you're going to be doing. Yep. They make money. Listen, if you go into some of these neighborhoods that you are like, oh man, these $500,000 homes, they got little work trucks in all of them. All of them. For hedge funds, do you mean the guy that I'm talking about? He's worked and partnered with hedge funds, yes. But I don't know what, I might have missed when you posted this. Yep, there you go. Yep, Keith Danders, that's actually a good ideal, right? Let Redfin, who's right behind Zillow, they struggling too. Make you some money, right? Showing houses, doing what you got to do, and then, you know, take that money and invest it, because that's really the true long-term money strategy, right? That's just like really not buying a beach house in North Carolina is because every week of the year is going to be rented out, because that's very much North Carolina culture. And then there's 3 weeks out of the year, right when school starts, where those areas are never rented out, and we go with our family, be like, hey, I'm out here. It's an easy 6 figures. But then to qualify for that mortgage to get that property is a doozy, okay? So just, it's like a cycle. It's a cycle. I and my mom moved out of Napa Valley, California. Congratulations. Break even selling the house. No, not break even. And when she passes away, I won't make money that feels good doing it via real estate. Most of the people, okay. I'm sorry, I can't read it. I'm jumbled. That's what I'm saying. They really don't talk about the fact that you're really going to have to get with a company. Listen, say what you will about Keller Williams, they will nickel dime you to death, but they will train the hell out of you. And they teach people on getting on teams. Get on teams. Get on teams. It depends. And so I would say even Ray Alexander, I would say younger men, 18 to 21, this is a perfect time for them to become blue collar, right? Hold on one second. Tim Jackson, you know I'm live right now. I got you on speakerphone. I'm talking about being a real estate agent. Unless you're coming on the show, you need to get off this phone.
Hey, don't do it. Reconsider.
Can y'all hear that? All right, I'll give you a call back. There you go, y'all. You hear it? Is y'all hearing Tim? Drop a 1 in the comments.
My bad. I thought you were going.
You good. All right. Okay, so you just heard it right there. African Americans are home buying, less than 4% of realtors are black out of 1.5 million. Yes. And then even out of being brokers, there's only like 40 like black, I'm talking about broker, high level brokers. Even when I was in Las Vegas, Kalani, who is half Samoan and black, is a broker. So it doesn't mean, to me, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know if more real estate agents, black people being real estate agents, solve that problem. I just don't. I think black people being around appraisers, all those things solves that problem better. It's like starting up your own business. You need to put 10K in just to start up an office computer. I'm telling you, Miguel, yeah. And people really, that's why people put people up under their wing or up in partnerships. They make them ring phones. I think you can. I think it's kind of like you work at your own discretion. Because you can literally just work with 1 or 2 companies. When they call you, come. Some entry-level lawyers now make 200K or more. This is true. Of all the secret fees, like Super Key, yeah, the headshots, all kind of stuff. And that's my thing. Like, there was a guy who started here in Austin at the Tom Ferry thing, and he immediately started putting $60 a week to Google local service ads, and immediately started getting interaction with buyers. But imagine spending $60, and that was the low end. Tom was like, you need to spend $100 a week, $200 a week, right? To really get in there. And then a lot of these coaches are like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you $8K. $5K. That's why when people complain about my classes being $200, $300, I laugh, but I know the real economy. I know it's tough out here for people. So I don't try to break your neck, but it's like, you want people to jump through hoops for $200. It ain't happening, boo-boo. That's not real life. That's not real economy, and I'm not gonna give you a fake one. Your girl gotta eat and live too. You dig what I'm saying? What about commission-based leads? What about them? What about them? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if you got some good deal, good. In Texas, do you need a lawyer to complete a real estate transaction? No. Tim Jackson should be in the comments by now. See if he is, but no. I know in North Carolina you do, but it's different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Is it smart? No. It's a waste of money. You can actually work in a property management office as just a reception person, a phone call person. I would not want to get leads that way. There's a million other ways to get leads, just period. You literally could take your phone, Alicia Monet, and go visit all these houses all over these open houses and do videos on YouTube and make sure your SEO is good and people will hit you up. They hit you up. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've seen real estate agents actually make money like that because people are inbound calling them. Yep. I'm a notary. Yeah. It depends. It depends. I'd probably try to work around more wholesalers or real estate developers to get more use out of my notary. But you can get use out of notary, same thing. You got to pay money to market. Antoine Wade, thank you, sir. I'm just telling you, the people of men I know in our community that make over 6 figures, they're in sales, they're in tech, they're on their own service business. That's it, hands down. Most wholesalers you meet are not making that much. Elizabeth Claire, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no. And then I'm gonna tell you no in the second video. I'm gonna really explain it out what I mean. It's a response, not necessarily a response to Tone Talks, but it's agreement and response. There is this belief that if I have more Black people in banking, they'll be nicer to me. No, it's a system. If I have more Black politicians, it'll be better for us. No, it's a system. What if I have more Black real estate agents? No, it's a system. You need more Black people with actual jobs that pay more than $30,000 a year without a lot of debt so they can buy a home. It's nothing to do with gentrification. It's nothing to do with needing more Black real estate agents. I'm sorry, like, this is a no. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna use it as a conversation piece for my next video, and it's no disrespect. I just want to really break that down because I think we go read the book Color of Law, go read the book that we've got more Black politicians than ever. We didn't get shit for it. So again, it's an imaginary thing that people think, well, if I just get more of us in there, then we'll make more money. No. There's a million information out there like that. Ray Alexander, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What does the average annual salary have to do with what we're talking about? Black, it all plays into it. Being able to buy homes, being able to keep a home, be able to pay your property taxes. Claire, I know I saw that study. I'm iffy on that study. The reason I'm iffy on that study, not that I'm discounting it, but did these people have to fill out a form to get food or aid or supplement? Some people may have embellished. Just one of my things. Pool cleaners make money. Yeah, I mean, again, everything around it. The average person can't handle not getting paid every 30 to 45 days. Facts. Yep, you can. You can. Just showing homes. I've Zillow, Redfin will pay for that. Tim said, "Don't do it." I know y'all heard him. Tim said, "Don't do it." Don't you do it, baby. What's up, Tim Jackson? I'm just telling y'all. No, in New York, you need a lawyer. Okay, right. Thank you for helping us in there. Attorneys can draw docs, but an escrow agent can close it. Thank you, Tim Jackson. Because y'all know it's been a minute since I took that real estate test. It's been a minute, baby. Some people see property management holding real estate as a liability. Yes, I'll agree with that. Title companies can do closings in New Jersey. There you go, title companies. Mortgage license, I know Money Would Do, and several other folks, they got their mortgage loan officer license, and they working with each other. Lots of Black companies working together in Houston right now. The percentage of making lawyers 200K is very small. It is very small. We got a horde of Black real estate agents in my city. Only 5% are hitting stupid numbers. Thank you, Thomas Dickerson. People are confused on what this means. I'll talk about it more in the second video, but you guys gotta, like, It's the numbers. It's the number. Thank you. Asian people ain't got no real estate agents. And guess what? They filling that off and hitting it, buying it, and going on. Why? Because they have a job. Okay? So, Miguel, stop it. This is how we're going to close this one out. I know. You don't need more realtors that look like you. You need a realtor who knows what they're doing. That's it, right? Will I be more sympathetic to you or your plight? Possibly, but not really. So anyways, you guys, listen, catch me in the second show. I'm going to take a break, give me some water, and it'll be about 7:20. I'll do the second show. Because the second show, I kind of agree with Tone Talks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put the video up here in the comment section. And it just, he's spot on because, we're talking about numbers. We're talking about mythical people. We're talking about mythical people. I know, because I know the numbers. That's all I'm saying, babe. That's all I'm saying. All right, you guys, this is your girl, Ericka from Classic Clown Blog. Don't be a real estate agent. That's how I'm going to end this video. Don't be one. There's a million other ways to make money in real estate. And I've actually met men, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whoever, who are around real estate, building homes, doing stuff. They got a better living than a real estate agent. There you go. There you go. Congrats. Listen, I've sold my homes multiple times. Sometimes black realtors feel pressure to be nearly perfect. I'm telling you, don't do it. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, you guys. Later.